Welcome to my channel. Today we have scary roommate's story from hell that will make you never want to leave your house again. So let's get into it. The roommate you never met. It was move-in day for me at my university. I'd been accepted into a prestigious program in another state, and I was very excited to start my new life. One of the things they told us at orientation was that all students in this program had to live together in one building so that we were all close to our classrooms. They also said that we would be given a random roommate. I was not too worried, because I had always wanted to experience living with someone else, and I thought it might be fun. I was given a key card and shown to my floor and room. My roommate was already there unpacking her stuff. She was really nice and we got along well. At first, she showed me around the room where everything was and how the thermostat worked. She then went out to get some lunch so that we could go over some school books. I started unpacking my things, which took quite a while since I had brought a lot. When I finished, I noticed there were sticky notes all over the room. I asked my roommate about them, and she told me that she just liked leaving little reminders for herself. Some of the notes were thanks for the food, good night, and don't forget to take out the trash. I thought that was strange, but it didn't bother me. Over the next few weeks, more sticky notes appeared. Some of them made sense, like reminders to pay bills or do laundry. But others were weird. One of them said, "You look pretty?" And another one said, "I'm watching you." I decided to ignore them and hope that my roommate would stop leaving them. But that never happened. In fact, she kept leaving more and more notes. One night, I was getting ready for bed when I saw another note that said, "Come closer." I was creeped out by then, so I went to my roommate and asked her why she was leaving these notes. She acted confused and said she wasn't leaving any notes. I told her that I had found one that said, "Come closer," and she said maybe one of her friends had left it as a joke. I wasn't convinced, but I didn't want to argue with her, so I just went to bed. The next morning I woke up and went to the bathroom. As I was washing my hands, I heard a knock on the door. "Who's there?" I called out. "It's me, your roommate," came the reply. "Can I come in?" "Yeah, sure." I dried my hands and walked out of the bathroom just as my roommate opened the door. She looked at me strangely and said, "What are you doing?" "I thought you were my roommate, right?" I felt a chill go down my spine. "Yeah, what do you mean?" I asked cautiously. "I thought we were roommates." She stepped inside the room and closed the door behind her. "What do you mean, of course we're not roommates? Why would you think we are?" Confused. I stared at her for a moment before realizing what she had said. "Wait a minute," I exclaimed. "You're not my roommate. Who am I?" My heart began to race as it dawned on me. I turned and ran for the door, but it was too late. My roommate was standing in front of it with a twisted smile on her face. "You're my roommate now," she whispered. I screamed and tried to push past her, but she wouldn't budge. "Let me go," I cried, but she only tightened her grip on me. "No," she hissed. "You're mine now." I struggled against her, but it was no use. She was too strong. As she dragged me into the room, I caught a glimpse of something in the corner of my eye. It was a sticky note that read, "Welcome to your new home." I knew then that I was in danger. My roommate wasn't going to let me leave. I had to escape somehow. Struggling free from her grasp, I ran to the window and threw it open. I climbed onto the ledge and jumped from the second-story window. I landed in a bush and quickly made my way away from the building. I didn't look back. I just kept running until I reached a safe distance. When I finally stopped, I was shaking with fear. I had never been so scared in my life. But I knew I had to get myself together. I couldn't stay out here all night. I had to find somewhere else to stay. As I started walking, I noticed that it was getting dark. The sun was setting, and soon the moon and stars would be out. I didn't know this area at all. I had no idea where I was or where I was going. I was lost and alone, and it was terrifying. I walked past houses, parks, and streets. I didn't know how long I'd been walking for, but eventually I saw a convenience store in the distance. I picked up my pace, and soon I was at the door. I pushed it open and went inside. I bought some water and snacks and then went to the bathroom. I splashed water on my face and tried to calm down. I knew that I needed to get myself together, if I was ever going to make it through the night. When I came out of the bathroom, I saw a man sitting at one of the tables. He was looking at me, and I couldn't help but stare back. He had kind eyes, and I knew that I could trust him. I walked up to him and introduced myself. "Hi, it's nice to meet you," he said with a warm smile. "My name is," I told him. "Well, it's nice to meet you, Sarah. Are you lost?" "Yeah," I replied. I don't know this area, and I don't have a phone. I left it at my friend's house. Oh, I see. Well, where are you headed? I don't know, I admitted. I'm not sure where I'm going or what I'm doing. Well, that sounds like a tough situation to be in. Why don't you stay here with me until the morning? Then we can figure things out from there. I don't want to impose nonsense, he said with a wave of his hand. It's no trouble at all. Come on, let's go. He walked me to his car, and we drove off into the darkness. We pulled up in front of a nice house, and I thanked him for letting me stay. No problem, he said with a smile. Anytime. Just be careful out there. Sarah, there are some bad people in this world who would take advantage of a pretty girl like yourself. Thanks, I said shyly. I walked up to the porch and knocked on the door. A woman opened it, and when she saw me, her face lit up. Sarah, there you are. I've been looking everywhere for you. Come in, come in. She ushered me inside, and I thanked her for letting me stay. Of course, dear. Now let's get you some dinner. You must be starving. As we ate, I told her about what had happened earlier in the day. She listened patiently, and when I was done, she shook her head sadly. I'm so sorry, honey. It's terrible. Don't worry, though. You're safe here. No one will hurt you while you're staying with us. Thanks, I whispered. I knew that I had found somewhere safe, at least for now. I was still scared, but I knew that I could trust the people here. They were good people. And that's all for today's story. If you like this one, then be sure to check out the next video. Thanks for watching, and bye.